Have you ever interviewed Melly?
Yeah, so my relationship with Melly, I knew him because, okay, 100K Track, who you know, his manager. I met him super randomly in Atlanta in like 2017. I went to a studio session with a producer, Drummer Boy, and I met Track, who at the time was kind of like working for Kodak, doing the Sniper Gang clothing line and everything. And he told me, he's like, I got this artist, like you should check him out. He got this really dope song called Murder on My Mind. He sends me the link. I end up checking it out, and I was amazed by it. I thought he was super talented, but he was still locked up at the time. So then when I had my deal with Atlantic, they say, you know, do you have any artists that you're interested in signing? I say, yeah, check this song out. I play them Murder on My Mind. They loved it. They're like, let's get him out here ASAP. So they fly him and his family out to LA, and we do meetings with Atlantic and everything, trying to sign him. But then at some point, Atlantic realizes that Melly was already signed to 300 and basically was just using this as an opportunity to come hang out with me, get a free trip to LA, etc. Okay. And so Atlantic loses their fucking mind. They're so pissed off about this, and I think that they actually got reimbursed for the flights and the hotel and that kind of stuff. But yeah, and during that time period, I went to the studio with him a couple times, and you know, he was a crazy dude. Like I remember some random white girl just shows up at Atlantic at the APG building, for anybody who's ever been there, and this motherfucker's getting his dick sucked in the bathroom of the, like, in the like, this is a real corporate building with, like, you know, normal women working the desk and stuff, and the bathroom is like kind of near these women, and he got some thought that he just met on Instagram that's sucking his dick in the bathroom. And I just remember thinking, like, this is a wild boy right here. Like, like a lot of rappers would not feel comfortable doing this, would want to be a little bit more low key about it. Now I remember even during that time period that he was really tapping in with different gang members, like from LA and stuff. Like he had no worries about like meeting up with different people that, in my opinion, from my perspective, are pretty dangerous, you know, and he was fully embracing it. But I mean, I always had like a real cool relationship with him. You didn't necessarily, like, I interviewed him at one point real early on. I didn't feel like you got to see me and him having like a really friendly vibe, because he kind of came in with a very different energy about him. But there was one clip that went super viral from that interview where he was telling me about how he had his boys tattooed on his face, his like real homies, and it said Juvie and Sack Chaser on his face, and they were sitting right there while I was doing the interview. And then obviously these are the dudes who end up dead a couple of years later. But that being said, every time I've spoken to Melly on the phone since he's been locked up, it's been nothing.
Oh, you guys have spoken while he was in jail?
Yeah. A couple times as a result, like I was hanging out with 100K Track and Drew and stuff. Was that's like his team. They're super close with him, and I was happy when I got on the phone with him. And he was I couldn't believe how positive he was after being in jail for a couple of years.